Monster Jam ramped up.
We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. They say that I'm reckless, because I'm relentless. They spit on my face and crush on my name and taking my life in vengeance. Yeah, you can try and blame us and try and take what's sacred, but we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. Somebody sound me alarm. Fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were.
The first competition up is Monster Jam at JCB Racing. So each 6 of our drivers have been seated into a bracket based on a random draw. It is important to note that 2 of the drivers have already received an automatic bye to the second round. And the goal for these drivers is to walk away as the JCB Racing winner and earn the first 6 points of tonight's event. So Birmingham, who's ready for the JCB Racing competition?
We're going to kick things off. Our first head-to-head matchup in the right lane. Please welcome Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. And his opponent in the left lane, it is Charlie Pauken, the Amazing Spider-Man. The winner will move on into your semifinal round to see Matt Cody and Gravedigger. Now keep in mind those staging lights are lit at the far end of our race lanes. Outside yellow lights means our drivers need to fire their engines and head to the starting line. 2 yellow lights means they're staged and ready to go, and they'll be looking for the green light. We see the Amazing Spider-Man up first, followed by JCB Digatron. Let's go racing!
Your winner, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
Christina, you can see how slick that track is, and a lot of these drivers were talking about that.
Yeah, absolutely, Kay. I know they were worried about the traction, and you might have seen some photos earlier of the tires. So several of these Monster Jam trucks, we've actually shaved down the tread on the tires in order to help with that traction, in order to help grip the concrete, especially during the racing competition.
You can see our Monster Jam drivers are revving those engines, trying to create traction off those BKT tires. And there you see it. Advancing on, JCB Digatron. We'll see Matt Cody and Gravedigger in the semifinal round. We're going to continue on here with our last head-to-head matchup here in round 1. Racing out of the right lane. Make some noise for Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor. And her opponent racing out of the left lane. Let's hear it for Barry Musauer, Black Panther. The winner will take on Blake Granger and Megalodon, who had that automatic advancement into the semifinal round. Those staging lights lit for both of our competitors. Black Panther to the starting line first as we await the approach of Thor. We are going to get set to go green.
Your winner, Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor.
What a race here by both of our competitors. And the left lane, Christina, seems to be the one that everybody's spinning out on.
Yeah, absolutely, Kay. Again, I have to think it has to do with just the slick spots that are on the track. So these drivers are going to have to really go against that challenge and adjust their driving style accordingly.
All right, the JCB Racing bracket is completed when it comes to the semifinal round. Of course, JCB Digatron moving on into the semifinal round. He'll be taking on Matt Cody and Gravedigger. And then you saw just now Thor going up against Barry Musauer and Black Panther. And Thor moving on, Chelsea Van Cleve to see Blake Granger and Megalodon in your semi-final round. That left lane causing some issues there for our drivers. Both have spun out on that final turn there to the finish line. So that's something that we're going to have to keep in mind as we continue on with our semi-final round, going in to our JCB Racing final round. Remember, 6 points are on the line here, the first 6 points of tonight. I'm getting word right now that we've got our crew chief out there working to jumpstart Gravedigger. Now, using the jump box is just like using on your own personal vehicle, trying to jump the battery. It sounds like they just got it started, though. So we should see Gravedigger's Matt Cody coming up here in just a moment for your semifinal round.
It is officially time for the JCB Racing semifinal round. So the 4 fastest drivers have advanced and will be going head-to-head to make their way to the JCB Racing finals. Remember, there are 6 points on the line right now. So Birmingham, are you guys ready for more JCB Racing? Let me hear ya!
All right, I'm getting word that they're going to be sending out his technician out here once again, Gravedigger, Matt Cody there in the right lane. Sounding like there's some electrical issues maybe there with the battery. In the left lane, though, we've got JCB Digatron's Brandon Arthur, who's just had a stellar month of competition here for Brandon Arthur. And JCB Digatron comes from an off-road racing background here. Won in Singapore the BKT Overall Event Championship, and then a couple weeks ago there in Savannah, Georgia at the domestic U.S. home of JCB. Did it again there. We've got Gravedigger jumped. It sounds like the engine is fired here as we're going to get set for our first head-to-head matchup. We got JCB Digatron going up against Gravedigger. The winner will move on to your JCB Racing final round. Those outside yellow lights lit for both of our drivers. Keep an eye on Gravedigger having some electrical issues there. They're to the line. Your winner advancing on JCB Digatron, Brandon Arthur. The momentum carries on for this young man, JCB Digatron's Brandon Arthur. You will see him in your JCB Racing final round. We'll get word from Christina Moore on the condition of Gravedigger and Matt Cody here in just a little bit. We are going to get set here for our last head-to-head matchup here in your Monster Jam semi-final round. The winner will take on Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron. We've got in the left lane Blake Granger and Megalodon going up in the right lane against Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor. We're going to wait those staging lights there for both of our competitors. You see Blake Granger and Megalodon trying to get some traction there on the left lane. Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor, the momentum is hers. Continuing on here. The staging lights go blank across the board. That means both of our drivers need to refire their engines and restage themselves. Megalodon to the line first, waiting the approach of Thor. As we're going to get set here for our last semifinal round. An overstage by Thor. They're going to reset themselves. Thor overstaged herself. You can see clearly there on the line. She is about an entire tire length over the starting line, so we're going to restage. Megalodon was ready to go. Blake Granger having a stellar year here for his career. Chelsea Van Cleve to the line here. We're going to get set, waiting for the approach of Megalodon now. And your winner is Megalodon's Blake Granger. Some troubles there at the starting line, but there you have it. JCB Digatron going up against Megalodon. Birmingham, this is your JCB Racing final round. Now we started with 6 Monster Jam drivers. We are down to the final 2. The winner will take home the very first 6 points of the night, and of course bragging rights here as well. Are you ready to meet your JCB Racing final contenders? In the right lane, he's your 2025 World Finals Freestyle Champion. It is Blake Granger, Megalodon. In the left lane, he's your 2025 Rising Star Award winner. Let's hear it for Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. 6 points are on the line for our Monster Jam drivers. The first 6 points of the night. This will carry the momentum on to the rest of our competitions. We are waiting for those staging lights here for both of our competitors. We will see who has bragging rights to collect the first 6 of tonight. And of course, kicking things off here in the second year of Monster Jam ramped up, Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron, his very first Monster Jam ramped up in his career. He was here last year watching as a backup driver here for our Monster Jam drivers. Blake Granger, Megalodon, no stranger to the Monster Gun, and of course, Monster Jam ramped up. Waiting to see what's going on here with both of our Monster Jam trucks here in the final round. Getting ready to battle it out here, JCB Digatron and Megalodon. Staging lights lit. We've got both of our competitors to the line. It's time to go racing. Waiting on the official word there from our Monster Jam officials. Your winner is Blake Granger, Megalodon, because JCB Digatron and Brandon Arthur hit our great turn pole. It is Blake Granger, Megalodon, your JCB Racing winner. What a crazy turn of events. But you can't hit that great turn pole at all, or you will be disqualified. So the winner is Blake Granger and Megalodon, collecting your first 6 points. Birmingham, make some noise for your JCB Racing winner. Look at that, the BKT overall event leaderboard. Megalodon is your racing winner, collecting the first 6 points of the night, followed by JCB Digatron, Gravedigger Thor, Black Panther, and the Amazing Spider-Man. One more time, give it up for Blake Granger and Megalodon, your JCB Racing winner.
Congratulations, Blake Granger, Megalodon. You know, you set the precedence last year, walking away as the very first ever BKT overall event champion for Monster Jam ramped up. And it looks like you're setting yourself up for success again.
Yeah, you know, it's not the way you want to win a race, but as I came around the first turn, I saw him knock over the turn pole, automatically knew that was a disqualification. So I just took it easy, got to the finish line, made sure I didn't knock over the turn poles. No one wants to win that way, but you know what? We have rules in racing. I've been racing my whole life. You break the rules, you lose. And you know what? JCB Brandon, that's an amazing sponsor, an amazing driver, an amazing truck. He would have won no matter what. I love that guy. Hats off to him. But we're going to take this race and win. And we're just going to keep having fun right here in Birmingham, England, with all you beautiful Monster Jam fans. And you know what? I can't wait for what's coming up next.
And speaking of, what's coming up next is in fact the two-wheel skills challenge, a competition where you truly shine. Now, I do want to note, your tires don't have the shaved down tires. They have that 2-inch tread on them. So is that a personal decision, and do you think that will help you in the two-wheel skills challenge to get that traction, most notably with those nose wheelies?
Yeah, that definitely was not a personal decision. But you know what? It doesn't matter whose decision it was. We're still sitting on top of this pad without those straight down tires. So I really don't care about tires. I don't care about truck. We care about you Monster Jam fans having fun right here at this ramped up my competition. And you know what? Coming here my second time in a row, I'm having so much fun. Beautiful city, beautiful people. Let's get ready for the two-wheel skills challenge. We're going to bring it.
Give it up one more time for Blake Granger, Megalodon.
Congratulations to Blake Granger and Megalodon collecting the first 6 points here tonight in our very first Monster Jam ramped up as we return back here for an incredible weekend of Monster Jam. You can see the BKT overall event leaderboard. Of course, Blake Granger and Megalodon sitting on top of the leaderboard with 6 points. Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron now came in second. He's got 5 points. Now sharing 4 points apiece is Gravediggers Matt Cody and Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor, because they both were in our semifinal round. Barmy Sauer, Black Panthers, sitting with 2 points. Sharing that is Charlie Pauken and the Amazing Spider-Man. So that is how everything plays out here in our first competition, JCB Racing. Well, Monster Jam fans, in just a little bit, we are going to see our second competition, with the Monster Jam Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. Each of our drivers will have 2 attempts to throw down their best tricks here on the Monster Gun. You, of course, the fans, this will be your very first opportunity to help us score using JudgesZone.com. So if you want to get ahead of the program, scan that QR code and log on to JudgesZone.com. Now, you might see some poppers, stoppies, wheelies, combinations, some crazy moves that you've never seen before. We will let you know what you're seeing out on that Monster Jam truck. Now, of course, Monster Jam Two-Wheel Skills Challenge is coming up in just a little bit.
I am back in the stands right now, joined by Logan, and he is decked out with some Megalodon gear. Logan, can you come a little closer? I want everybody to see your Megalodon gear. Can you stand up? Awesome. All right, so Megalodon is your favorite. What do you love about Megalodon?
Because he's like my favorite animal.
He's your favorite animal, so you like sharks? Yeah, I want to be able to see you. Come here, stand up. Perfect. All right, Logan, we're going to play a game called our Monster Jam Mini Jams race. All right, so let's take a look at the video board. There are 3 Monster Jam trucks there: El Toro Loco, Gravedigger, and Megalodon. They're going to race. Logan, I want you to tell me who's going to win the race. Which one do you think's going to win?
Megalodon. Loud. Megalodon.
Megalodon. Birmingham, who do you think's going to win the race? Yell it out. All right, I hear a couple of conflicting answers. We're just gonna have to take these trucks to the line in 3, 2, 1, let's go green! Kicking things off is actually Gravedigger starting off really strong. Megalodon is currently in second. This all could change coming around the next turn. El Toro Loco takes the lead. Megalodon holding up the rear. I don't know, Logan, how is this gonna go? Come on, Birmingham, cheer on your favorite. They're coming around the finish line. The winner is Megalodon. Logan, high five. You got it right, so guess what? I'm gonna send you home with your very own Megalodon plushie. So now you have the whole outfit. You got your Megalodon shirt, you got your Megalodon plushie. Do you wanna take that home?
Yeah.
Yeah, Monster Jam fans, give it up for Logan, everyone.
All right, Monster Jam fans, we're going to get ready here for our second competition. That is Monster Jam, a two-wheel skills challenge. Again, this is where you have your very first opportunity to help us crown a winner in this competition. And for more on that, let's throw it back to Christina to talk about our scoring.
So I'm still hanging here with Logan, and Logan's going to help me out for a second. So remember, Monster Jam fans, you got to take out your smartphones, all right? Logan, do you want to hold my phone for me? Yeah, hold it up. Perfect. Can you show it to the camera? Awesome. All right, so we're going to scan the QR code, and we're going to put in the code BIR. You can see it up there on the video board. All right, so make sure you have those smartphones out ready to go. And when the drivers come out, you're going to have 20 seconds to slide the BKT tire up or down and click submit on the score that you feel the drivers deserve for their individual run. So I think we got it. Logan, do we got it? Yes. All right, Birmingham, are you guys ready for the Monster Jam two-wheel skills challenge? Let me hear it. Yeah.
Our first driver up, it is Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor. The popper attempt there for the first attempt for Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor. One more attempt remaining.
Let's hear it for Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor. So, Monster Jam fans, this is your official first opportunity to score at judgeszone.com. So remember, you got to get those smartphones out, scan the QR code, or simply open that new browser and type in judgeszone.com. You're going to slide the BKT tire up or down, and you got to make sure to click submit on the score that you feel Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor deserve for that two-wheel skills challenge run.
All right, your scores are locked. We saw the popper attempt and then the big wheelie. Your scores for Thor is... You gave her a score of 6.340. So that will kick things off here in our Monster Jam two-wheel skills challenge. Coming up next, it is Charlie Puckin, the Amazing Spider-Man. Let's hear it for Charlie Pocken, the amazing Spider-Man. It was the popper, and then he used one of those stops there to kind of balance himself out, but then got caught on the little speed bump there. Just a little too slick when he lands back down. Goes on top of the lid, but you know what? You can still score using judgeszone.com. You've got about 4 seconds left there. That code BIR, judgeszone.com, or of course you can scan the QR code right now. Our JCB Dirt Squad out there to recover the amazing Spider-Man. Scores are locked, so your score to beat for Thor, 6.340. Your score for Charlie Pocken and the amazing Spider-Man is... You gave him a 5.482.
So, Monster Jam fans, before we continue on with our two-wheel skills challenge, I'm hanging here now with Max. And Max, can you tell everybody who brought you to Monster Jam today?
My dad.
Your dad. Awesome. Did you thank Dad for bringing you to Monster Jam?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to make this a public thank you, okay? On the count of 3, I want you to yell in the microphone really loud. Thank you, Dad. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Dad.
Awesome. And we want to thank all of the families for bringing your kiddos out to Monster Jam. So I'm going to put your Monster Jam knowledge to the test. Let's look at the video board. We're going to play some Monster Jam trivia. Let's see. I think one of our drivers might actually ask you the trivia.
Fans, Blake Ranger here is trying to Monster Jam trivia. What are Monster Jam truck bodies made of? A, steel, B, wood, C, toothpaste, or D, fiberglass?
All right. A, B, C, or D. Birmingham, what do you think the answer is? Yell it out. All right, Max, I heard a couple of different answers. What do you think it is?
D.
He says D. Let's see if he's right.
If you guess D, you got it. Now, it's time for more money.
Awesome job, Max. That is right. The answer is D, fiberglass. And I'm going to send you home with something extra special. So you see Charlie Pocken and Spider-Man down there on the track. You're going home with your very own Spider-Man Monster Jam truck. And it's signed by Charlie Pocken himself. So that's the driver down there. He signed that for you. Monster Jam fans, give it up for Max. He's going home a winner here at Monster Jam Ramped Up.
We're going to continue on here in our Monster Jam two-wheel skills challenge. Seen some exciting moments out on the track. Remember the score to beat Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor is a 6.340. As we continue on here with the rest of the field of competitors. Coming up next, we got Barry Musauer, Black Panther. The popper attempt for Barry Musauer and Black Panther. One more attempt remaining. Popper into a nose wheelie. Popper into a nose wheelie. Combination move. One more attempt left.
Put your hands together for Barry Musauer, Black Panther. Scoring is officially open at judgeszone.com. Remember, you guys got 20 seconds to slide the BKT tire up or down and click submit on the score that you feel he deserves for that run.
Second attempt was a popper back into a moonwalk for Barry Musauer. and Black Panther. 2 solid attempts there for Black Panther. Few more seconds at judgeszone.com. The score to beat Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor, 6.340. Your scores are in. Your score for Black Panther is... we got a new leader, 7.467, Black Panther.
Congratulations to Bari Musaur, taking it to the top of the leaderboard right now with a 7.467. You can see up there on the video board, our first 3 competitors have gone in the 2-wheel skills challenge. Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor with that 6.340, and rounding out the first 3, of course, we got Charlie Pauken and the Amazing Spider-Man. Tough break on that very first attempt for him, but still qualified for a score of 5.482. 3 competitors down, 3 more to go in the 2-wheel skills challenge.
Our 4th driver up, let's hear from Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Popper attempt for Gravedigger's Matt Cody, not able to get the traction there for the popper. Let's hear it for Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Try something different that we haven't seen from any of our Monster Jam drivers. He tries to actually use the backflip ramp and those tire stacks there for the popper. Tried to grab that traction just a little too much there. Lands on his lid. Scoring is open for you, the fans here at judgeszone.com. You've got about 9 seconds remaining here. Get those scores locked in for Matt Cody and Gravedigger. Score to beat right now is Bari Musaur and Black Panther with a 7.467. Your score for Gravedigger is... you give him a 4.830. Big shout out to our JCB Dirt Squad, or excuse me, our JCB recovery team out here. Making sure that our Monster Jam trucks can be recovered back on all fours, our JCB recovery team here. And of course, a big shout out to JCB as well, our official equipment provider of not only this weekend's Monster Jam, but all of our Monster Jams across the country and around the world. JCB recovery team out there getting Gravedigger back on all fours. I know he'll go back into our crash zone, get looked over for the second half of Monster Jam. We're going to continue on with our next driver up. It is Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. We'll see if he can carry the momentum on here into our next into his 2 attempts here in our Monster Jam 2-wheel skills challenge. Popper back into the moonwalk. Make some noise for Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Scoring is open. And you've got about 15 seconds left. Two great attempts from JCB Digatron's Brandon Arthur. We had two popper attempts from different locations there on the Monster Gun. He uses the log stack, or excuse me, the log ramp there for the popper on top of the Monster Gun. Score to beat Bari Musauer Black Panther 7.467. Your scores are in. Your score for JCB Digatron is 8.356. We got a new leader. So JCB Digatron is our leader currently here with only one more driver remaining. 8.356 is the official score to beat. And we're going to get set here in just a moment to see. It will be between him and our final competitor. The next 6 points on the line for our drivers here as we're going to get set for our last driver to come up. It is Blake Granger Megalodon. A triple combination for Blake Granger Megalodon. The popper into the nose wheelie, back into the moonwalk. Final attempts coming up. Reverse popper. Waving to the crowd here. Blake Granger Megalodon balancing on the wheelie bar. Let's hear it for Blake Granger Megalodon. Final driver of our Monster Jam 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, and you know what to do. Get those scores locked in. Judgeszone.com. You've got about 9 seconds remaining. Two great attempts for Blake Granger and Megalodon. It is going to come down to him or Brandon Arthur and JCB. These two have been battling out here the first half. We will see who takes another win here tonight in our second competition. The score to beat JCB Digatron Brandon Arthur is 8.356. 5-6. We await your fan scores. There it is, 8.631. We have a winner, and it is Blake Granger, Megalodon. One more time, make some noise for Blake Granger, Megalodon, taking home your Monster Jam 2-Wheel Skills Challenge win.
Blake Granger on the hot streak right now, pulling out some of the most incredible tricks, changing things up a little bit with that reverse popper. So talk to us exactly what you're doing in that Monster Jam truck to achieve that.
Man, you know, the number one thing is to stay cool, calm, and collected. You know, I believe in myself. And just like I like to tell all the kids in the stands, you have to believe in yourself. Whether you're playing sports, work, football, if you believe in your ability, you can do anything you want in this world. You just got to go out there and get it. And that's what Monster Jam's all about. It's showing all you amazing kids anything's possible. I was one of you guys sitting in these stands back in the U.S. when I was a child. And now we're a World Finals champion, an Arena Series champion. And we're going to try to win this ramped up event right here and have some fun with all you beautiful Monster Jam fans. Let me hear you guys roar. Woo!
So Blake, in order to win it, you got to take on the next phase of the competition, which is Monster Jam Donuts. All right, we're going to put the pedal to the metal right now, and I have a funny feeling the rubber's going to burn.
Man, I'm about to cyclone that shark straight out of the building, straight into the little river next door. We're going to go for a swim and have some fun right here in Birmingham. And man, you know what? It's all about the fan judging, and it's all about you beautiful fans. So when I come out here and spin that donut, and you know what? When I come out here and run that truck as hard as I possibly can for Monster Jam Freestyle, I need you guys on that judgeszone.com. I want to see a 10 on that board, because I'm going to keep coming talk to you guys, and we're going to have all kind of fun here tonight, right here in Birmingham, England. So let me hear you guys one more time. Woo!
Birmingham, we want to welcome you back to the second half of Monster Jam with our Freestyle Motocross Riders. We have brought 4 of the best Freestyle Motocross Riders. We brought 3 of the best motocross riders right here, ready to take to the sky. Make some noise right now for Jared LaRue, Dean Pate, and Julian Mannon.
So, Birmingham, we have an important rule here when it comes to FMX, all right? The louder you scream, the higher they fly, the cooler the trick. So we're going to test this out on the count of 3. I want you to scream so loud the Utilita Arena rumbles. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And that was our first rider down on the track. Little seat grab action. Soaring through the air. Julian Mannon. So Birmingham, this is a great opportunity if you don't have those smartphones out already. These are the Instagrammable moments that we talk about here at Monster Jam Ramped Up. So have those smartphones out. Make sure you're tagging us at Monster Jam across all social media platforms, because these amazing riders are going to continue to up the ante each and every time they come down that ramp. Let's get loud! A little silly salmon action there. A twist of the hips brings it back down on that safety bag. Monster Jam fans, are you guys having a good time? I love the energy. Let's keep it going for these amazing riders. Dean Pate making his way down the ramp with the cliffhanger. Using only those ankles to hold on to the handlebars on that bike. A Superman seat grab by Jared LaRue. Soaring through the air, three incredible riders from literally all over the world. And they are ready to compete in the best trick competition. So in this phase of the competition, all three of our riders, they're going to have one attempt to soar from one end of the arena all the way to the other. And just like we've been doing with our drivers at judgeszone.com, you guys are going to be scoring them accurately and fairly. So remember, you got 20 seconds to slide the BKT tire up or down and click submit on the score that you feel they deserve for their individual best trick. Are you guys ready to rock and roll? You guys ready to rock and roll? Thumbs up all around. Birmingham, are you guys ready to rock and roll? It's time for the best trick competition.
All right, we're going to get set with our first rider up. Make some noise for Dean Pate. He's going to kick things off here in our best trick competition. Remember, you fans, this will be your first opportunity to get those scores locked in. As soon as you see that front tire hit the red mat, I need you all to scream!
A backflip variation from Dean Pate. With that rotation, he extends his back leg as he is upside down. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. So make sure you're sliding that BKT tire up or down and clicking submit.
All right, Dean Pate throwing down a backflip variation move. Couple more seconds left on the clock. We will see what you fans come up with here in Birmingham. He is pumped up. Dean Pate awaiting your scores. Judgeszone.com, it's the same. Scores are locked. Your score for Dean Pate. Look at that, 9.093 to kick things off for Dean Pate. All right, our second rider coming up is Jared LaRue. Jared LaRue, our second rider up, a veteran here of Monster Jam Freestyle Motocross. I need you all to get as loud as you can. Make some noise for Jared LaRue!
A huge tail whip from Jared LaRue. Bike and body move as one from one side to the next. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. You guys know what to do. You've been doing an amazing job all event long. Slide that BKT tire up or down and click submit.
All right, your score to beat is Dean Pate, 9.093. Jared LaRue throwing down some whip action. Scores are unlocked. Your score for Jared LaRue is 8.061. Still in the lead, Dean Pate. All right, our final rider up. It is Julian Manon. Julian Manon comes to you from Bordeaux, France. So we've got riders from across the country here and around the world. Julian Manon getting ready to throw down his best trick. Let's hear it for Julian Manon.
A rock solid from Julian Manon. Unbelievable. In a horizontal position, almost Superman-like, grabs the seat, lets it go, and then lands back on that safety bag. You guys know what to do. You know where to go. Judgeszone.com.
All right, I love the rock solid move there from Julian Manon, but is it good enough to defeat Dean Pate? We will see. The score to beat Dean Pate, 9.093. Drum roll, please. Your score for Julian Manon is 9.288. The winner of your best trick competition. Birmingham, make some noise for Julian Manon.
All right, Birmingham, we're not done yet, all right? Do you guys want to keep it going? It is time for our epic grand finale. Each one of these riders are going to soar through the air, back to back in what we like to call our Monster Jam trains. So on the count of 3, can everybody go choo-choo? 1, 2, 3, choo-choo! All right, Monster Jam fans, it comes down to this. They're going to make their way around the track, set up at the ramp, and soar through the air. Back to back to back in our grand finale here in the FMX Best Trick competition. I need you to get loud! I don't know, Birmingham. Do you guys want to see some more? All right, let's say about this side. Do you guys want to see some more? Let's keep that energy going for our amazing superstars of the US FMX team. Absolutely unbelievable. You guys have been incredible. The energy in here is absolutely electric. And I think we should keep it going just one more time. What do you guys think? Should we do it one more time? All right, we're going to count it down all together. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Give it up one more time for Dean Pate, Jared LaRue, and Julian Madden, your US FMX team. Thank you. In just a moment, we're going to have the opportunity to hear from your FMX Best Trick winner, Dean Pate, starting things off really strong here this weekend. This is the first of 4 action-packed events here in Birmingham, UK. All right, Monster Jam fans, standing by right now with Julian Madden. Julian, talk to us just about your career and how you got your start.
Well, we start with pushing the ramp forward, so we start with a small gap, and then step by step we back it off until we have the right distance, and then we start to work on tricks step by step also.
So what advice do you have for all of the kiddos that are here in the arena who might want to do this one day, because this is such a cool, incredible job?
Well, like I said, you have to go step by step. Sometimes you just want to go faster because you are in a hurry, you know, but then this is how you can get hurt. So I just want to take your time, enjoy every part of the process, and ask advice also.
And the trick that you performed is what we call a rock solid. So essentially you're grabbing onto the seat, you're in that Superman-like position, you let go, you grab the bike back, no hands. How long did something like that take you to master?
It really depends, because some riders will have facility to do in the front, some rider goes those bar tricks or side. For me, it was just like 2 days practice. I instantly love the feeling of freedom, you know, when you're flying. So I just love to push it so much.
Well, Monster Jam fans, give it up for him one more time. Julian Madden, everyone!
Monster Jam fans, it is time for our donut competition, and this is where each of our drivers will have one attempt to get as dizzy as they possibly can here and showcase their best Monster Jam donut. This will be your opportunity to use judgeszone.com. Again, a reminder of the criteria when you're scoring using judgeszone.com. Of course, scan that QR code and help us crown another winner. Are you ready for Monster Jam Donuts? Our first competitor up, it is Blake Granger, Megalodon.
for Blake Granger, Megalodon. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Remember, that code is BIR. You got to make sure to click submit in order for your scores to be tabulated. Remember, we're tabulating everybody's score here in the arena.
All right, Blake Granger, Megalodon, throwing down some donuts. Getting that shark a little dizzy out there. Few more seconds left there at judgeszone.com. Scores are in. Your score for Megalodon is... All right, he's kicking things off with a 7.394. Our next driver up, it's Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor.
Put your hands together for Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Slide that BKT tire up or down and click submit on the score that you feel she deserves for those Monster Jam donuts.
Chelsea Van Cleve getting a little crazy out there at the far end of our track. And now it's time to let us know what you thought about her donuts. Both had great speed. Both had great rotation. But whose was better? All right, we're about to find out. Remember, the score to beat is Megalodon, 7.394. Scores are in. Your score for Thor is... You gave her a 6.376. Still in the lead, Megalodon. Megalodon is the score to beat, showcasing off some great donuts. 7.394, the official score, and the score to beat right now for Blake Granger, Megalodon. Our third competitor coming up here in Monster Jam Donuts, Bari Musauer, Black Panther. Bari Musauer, Black Panther has a couple of Guinness World Records for Monster Jam Donuts. We'll see if he can throw down some great donuts here tonight.
Put your hands together for Bari Musauer, Black Panther. Incredible donut presentation by nowhere to go. Scan the QR code and head on over to judgeszone.com.
I don't know how Bari Musauer and Black Panther does it. A lot of revolutions. I couldn't even count them all. Great donuts. Let's see if you agree, though, at judgeszone.com. The score to beat Megalodon, 7.394. A few more seconds left there. Judgeszone.com. Score to beat, remember, Megalodon. All right. Scores are locked. Your score for Black Panther is... You gave him a score, 7.947. We got a new leader, Black Panther. You can kind of see he got locked up there during those revolutions, so our JCB recovery team gonna throw him out in the back there as well, but he holds the lead right now in your donut competition. We've got our next driver coming up here in just a moment. Of course, we're going to have an update from Christina Moore and Black Panther's Bara Musauer on what's going on.
So Monster Jam fans, before we jump back into the donut competition, I do want to give Matt Cody in Gravedigger an opportunity to come on out here. So you might see he's in his Gravedigger sweatshirt right now as opposed to being in his fire suit. So I know something went on with that Monster Jam truck. Can you kind of talk us through what happened during the two-wheel skills challenge?
Yeah, Christina, well, I mean, it just hasn't been my night to start with. Going out for intros and racing, we had some battery issues, as you could tell. The crew chief had to come out and jump us just to get us started. So right there just wasn't a good start to the event. And then like I was talking about earlier, we're running some different tires. You know, we don't have the shave down ones to be able to get the trucks to try to pop up and get that traction. So I'm just trying some different things out here. We're used to dirt. We're used to being able to hook up, get into a stoppie, walk it back, and have all kinds of great... And, you know, be able to get the traction and get it up on there. So I'm trying different things. Last year I tried to do the popper off the backflip ramp. Man, I was having a great time. I think I was like 6 for 6 attempts. Never had any issues with it. And I don't know what's going on this year. If I'm hitting it a little too harder, a little too fast. Unfortunately, that thing just popped right up. And once it hit the concrete, there was no traction. Just slid right to the roof. Unfortunately, we had some safety issues, some roll cage issues. The crew's back there, they're cutting away, they're grinding, they're trying to weld, they're trying to do everything that they can possible, but unfortunately it's not looking like I'm going to make it back. So, it's a bummer on my part. I hate to travel halfway across the world to be sitting out. I know the fans in Birmingham are here to see Gravedigger, so I'm definitely feeling down and out. But hey, I'm sitting back, I'm watching the rest of the field. They're out here having a blast, they're having fun in donuts. And if you guys can make it back out for the next 3 events, 2 tomorrow and 1 on Sunday, I promise you I won't disappoint you.
Well, Monster Jam fans, we got to give him a little extra love here in the arena. So a big round of applause for Matt Cody, Gravedigger.
Coming up next, we got Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Let's hear it for Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Get those scores locked in now for Brandon Arthur. He had nice speed, a bunch of revolutions, a smooth donut attempt. And I'm also getting word we are not going to see Charlie Puckett and the Amazing Spider-Man, so this will be our final truck of Monster Jam Donuts. So now it is up to you to crown a winner. It's been JCB and Megalodon battling it out all night long. It's going to come down to him, JCB Digatron, or Bara Musauer and Black Panther. 7.946 is the score to beat for Black Panther. Your score for JCB Digatron is... .723. Your winner of Monster Jam Donuts, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Let's hear it one more time for your donut winner, Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron.
Brandon, an amazing win, and you know, you've been so close in both phases of the competition so far, that JCB racing competition, the two-wheel skills challenge, so this one has to feel extra sweet.
Yeah, I know it feels good. Unfortunately, we clipped that turn pod earlier in racing and lost it. And we had a good run in two-wheel, and Blake did a great job to top us there. But you know, we were able to finally get one. It felt good to get one. And man, who doesn't love some Monster Jam donuts? It's out there. You're just spinning around, watching the crowd go by, seeing a big old blur out there, and loving every minute of it. But you know what? We're not done yet here tonight. We got one more event for you fans out here, and it's one of our favorite as drivers. We get to go out there and do some Monster Jam freestyle on this Monster Gone. And I can tell you what, you guys are in for an awesome freestyle event, because that's what we're here for. We're here to put on a great event for you guys, and we love every minute of it. And I can tell you what, freestyle is one of our favorites, so that's what we're looking forward to all night long.
And you got 75 seconds in that freestyle to lay it all out here on the track. So do you have any specific obstacle that you're looking to really take advantage of going into freestyle? No pressure, but right now you and Blake Ranger and Megalodon are currently tied with 16 points going into the final phase of the competition.
Yeah, you know, it's awesome. I didn't realize we were tied. That's going to be on one exciting event for you Monster Jam fans out here. But you know what? The whole Monster Gone's incredible. It's there's not one obstacle about it that's the same here tonight, and that's, I think, the best part about it is everybody can go out there and kind of do their own thing, put their own little flair on it, and that's the best part about it. I'm looking forward to hitting that whole thing, using all the obstacles out there and making the best of it. So I'm excited for it. Monster Jam fans, who's ready for some freestyle?
Give it up one more time, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Birmingham, we've reached the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle.
We've got 30 seconds left on the clock for Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor. Ten-second countdown begins.
Put your hands together for Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor. Let us know what you guys thought at judgeszone.com. 75-second freestyle, our first competitor setting the bar for everybody else here. Remember, there's an additional 6 points on the line in Monster Jam Freestyle.
A solid start to Monster Jam Freestyle. Thor and Chelsea Van Cleve had a little bit of everything. Some big air, use of the entire obstacle, minus the backflip, of course, but a really great run there to set the tone for the rest of our competitors. Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor, throwing down a nice freestyle. Now it's time for you to throw down some scores, right? All right, your scores are locked. Your score for Thor is... You gave her a 6.415. Our next competitor hit the track, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
together for Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Spinning those donuts right back into his pit stall. Nice little extra flair there, Kay. You guys know what to do. JudgesZone.com. A really solid freestyle run by your donut winner, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
I definitely love, Christina, how he implemented the donuts here in his in his Monster Jam freestyle. A very fluid run there from JCB Digatron's Brandon Arthur. Some nice big air as well. Nice use of the Monster Gun. And now, let's see. The score to beat is Thor, 6.415. Your score for JCB Digatron is... We got a new leader, 8.359, JCB Digatron. Coming up next, we got Charlie Pauken, the Amazing Spider-Man. Seconds left there for Charlie Pauken, the Amazing Spider-Man. Ten-second clock is ticking down.
Slinging webs and taking names, Charlie Pauken, the Amazing Spider-Man. Scoring is open, JudgesZone.com.
Crazy freestyle there from the veteran Charlie Pauken and the Amazing Spider-Man. Super wild rotation there on the final part of his Monster Jam freestyle there with the donuts, but clearing the pod, giving us a little bit of everything, showing us why he is a veteran of 38 years here in Monster Jam. Incredible. Now it's time to see what you thought. The score to beat JCB Digatron and Brandon Arthur, 8.359. And a few more seconds there at JudgesZone.com for you fans. There he is. Make some noise. Scores are locked. And we got a new leader, Charlie Pauken, the Amazing Spider-Man, with an 8.371.
Monster Jam fans, I'm joined in the stands right now by Rhea and Niall, and they're going to actually help me introduce our next competitor. Ready, guys? Let's look this way. Look at my friend Finn. We're going to wave. All right? Let's hear it for Megalodon!
Less than 30 on the clock for Megalodon. Taking a slow approach. He might be lining up for the backflip. Corkscrew, he lands it! Make some noise for Blake Granger, Megalodon! Wow, he lands the backflip with a little corkscrew action. Incredible freestyle. There he is. Show him some love. He is pumped up. Insane. Blake Granger, Megalodon goes for the backflip. He was actually the very first driver to attempt this last year while driving El Toro Loco. He lands it again. There he is, Blake Granger, Megalodon. Scores are locked. Scores are locked. Your score to beat is the Amazing Spider-Man, 8.371. Your score for Blake Granger and Megalodon is your winner of Monster Jam Freestyle with a 9.671, Blake Granger, Megalodon. So we are going to add that to the total here, and we're going to crown for the very first time this weekend here in Monster Jam Ramped Up your BKT overall event champion with 6 in JCB Racing, 6 in two-wheel skills, 4 in donuts, and 6 in freestyle. I think you know if the math is mathin'. With 22 points, your BKT overall event champion is Blake Granger, Megalodon. A huge congratulations to Blake Granger and Megalodon kicking off the second year here in Monster Jam's Ramped Up by bringing home our BKT overall event championship. Well, it has been an exciting night of Monster Jam. Christina Moore, myself, so excited to bring you back here to Monster Jam Ramped Up. You still have time to grab your official Monster Jam merchandise. And of course, on behalf of Christina Moore, I am Kay Young. We hope you had fun, and we hope to see you tomorrow at our next Monster Jam Ramped Up.